Hey creative crowd, how are you doing? It's time for another free content pack, and this time it is all about your awesome photos and they deserve a fun and stylish way of presentation. So I created this pack that makes it super easy to create the perfect slideshow. There is also premium versions of that. The biggest one, the Pro version, has over 1,600 variations of the elements included. But like I said, there's also a free version you can download today and use as long as you want. My name is Olivio. I'm a professional designer from Vienna, Austria, and I want to thank all of my patrons who support me and make these videos and also these content packs possible. And by the way, if you're one of my patrons, you get one of the premium versions for free as a reward, as a thank you for supporting me. So let's get started with this tutorial and with showing you what's actually included. And by the way, this pack was a lot bigger than I expected. I thought, hey, let's make some fun variations, help the people to make really cool and fun slideshows. And then I had these over 1,600 variations, and wow, there was so much work, but it's all worth it because I want you to have a really cool experience with your pictures. As you can see here, we have cover designs. It's not only cover designs, but a slideshow starts with a nice cover. It tells you where it was, when it was, all this kind of nice information. So you can see here we have different kinds of designs that you can use, and you can not only use it as a start for the slideshow, you can also use them for the different chapters, especially those that go just over a part of the photo. You can see they are all fun and stylish and easy. So I had this kind of like, I wanted to create a flat, nice design that doesn't distract too much from the photos and makes them look really beautiful and stand out for the beauty they have naturally on their own. So as you can see here, very nice designs. And by the way, all of these design elements are vector, of course, so you can use them in Affinity Photo, you can use them in Affinity Designer, you can use them in any size you want. So 1080p, 4K, Instagram, on your cell phone, wherever you like, on Facebook, whatever kind of resolution you want to use them, you can just resize them. And by the way, also because they are vector, you can even redesign them. You can go in there and change the elements around if you want to. And here is how you actually use that. So you go through these different elements. By the way, another thing I want to point out is they come in a lot of different gradient colors. I really took a lot of time to create beautiful gradients for you. So we have 20 gradient variations, and I pre-mapped them onto all the elements. So they come in different files named after the design. So this one is the Miami style. And over here, for example, we have the Peaches style. We can see other elements that are included in the pack. So again, what you do is you select a style. So let's go with this ellipse style that we have up here, this one, and you select the layer basically, and you go Control-C to copy it, and then over to the picture and Control-V to just copy it in there, and it's already on the picture. If you have to resize it, you can just grab the corners and resize the picture to any kind of size you want to. And also if some part, like in this bigger part of the image, is covered, you can of course also resize the image to show more of the image. Just take care that the edges of the image are always hidden, so that there is no overlap. So don't do it like this where you suddenly have an edge in here that's showing through. That's not a good look. But other than that, you can see that it's super easy to use this design. And let's use another design here. Let's close this so I can show you how easy it is to edit this. Let's take, for example, this design here again. I copy this over to my picture, and then what I could do, for example, is I can select and I hold Control and select the different curve layers, and I can now go down here to the node tool in Affinity Photo, click on that and click and drag to select these points here, and then I can just move them around. You can see it's super easy. If you say, hey, I want a little bit different design, I want it more like diamond shaped in this instance, for example, you can do that. You can see, bam, you have this kind of design now. You can also move up the text if you want. And I will also include download links for the font, so you can install them, use the exact same font as I do. I can't include the fonts themselves because of licensing issues. I don't own them. I can't sell them or give them away, but you can download them for free, so no problem. And for private use, you can use them for free, of course. So there shouldn't be any kind of problem here. So you can see you can adapt that design and make it really individual, personal to the kind of style that you want to have. Let's go over to the elements that we have here. And I was thinking, what are the most important elements in a slideshow? When you travel, you want to show your friends what you experience. You want to give them a little bit of historical information about the cool things you saw. So one thing I think a lot of people use is these geo markers, maybe from Google Maps. So I copied a Google map over here from Barcelona. And again, what you do is you select one of these elements. Let's say we want to have the arrow. So we select that, Control C on your keyboard when you're on Windows, by the way. On Mac, it's a different key. And then you go over to your picture, Control V, and there we go, it's in. So copy paste that in here. If you resize that, by the way, keep in mind that you have to hold the Shift key so it kind of retains its dimension. As you can see, it beautifully resizes, also the shadow resizes, so all of that works. And if you want to have multiple copies of that, you can just hold the Control key, click and drag, and there we have another copy, so you can show different locations where you have been on your journey to give your friends an idea of the locations you have been, the trip that you have taken. So it is a very useful tool, and of course you can mix them up and give different kind of icons, and this is why I created different kinds of designs. So when you show them to your friends, you can say, hey, you see the circle marker, that was the Museum of Art History, and then the heart marker was our favorite restaurant, and the star marker where we met, I don't know, a Hollywood star or whatever. You know what I mean. So another thing that I think is pretty important is these text boxes, where you can give a lot more information about what you experienced that day, your emotions, or the history of the location, stuff like that. I, of course, again, created a lot of different variations, as you can see here. The biggest version, the Pro version, has 20 different designs of these boxes. So we can look at some of them. Here we have one with an odd shape. We have these kind of pages behind them, which is very nice. The pages on two sides. What else do we have? We have one with a round edge. That's also very nice. Then we have these uneven designs here with the lines, which is very nice. And a lot of those, by the way, have corresponding designs in these smaller text bars down here. So you can see here, this is with a hexagon on top, which is also nice, a little bit more techy, but it's also very nice. Not techy, but tech related. That's what I mean with that. So there's one with the brush. This one actually I have to still fix, yeah, there's a little bit problem with that, but I will fix it when I upload it. Here we have another one with a brush design. I thought this is like a little bit cotton-like. It looks really kind of soft and natural, gives a really beautiful look. Also this one, it makes it look like paper, so that's very nice. And you can simply go in here, and when you double click, you can edit the text. So it's just down here we have a text box, and up here we have a normal text, so very easy to change the text. And I already set it up with a nice soft gray that looks great in designs. It's not a complete black, it makes it a little bit softer, to combine that nicely with the rest of the design. And again, the way you use that is you select the element, then Control C, and go over to the picture. For example, this picture here, Control V to put it in here, and there you have the design. And now you can write a little bit, hey, there was a really cool hotel, and we met some friends, and we had a cool party night, and all this kind of stuff. And you can give it a title, or you can, of course, delete the title and write more text if you want to. So Let's hide this and go back to the other elements. And like I said, we also have these text bars down here, and they also come in a lot of variations from the designs. Let's hide the one we see right now. This one, and there's also that one. Let's hide that too. And you can see here, and like I said, some mix very well with the designs of the text boxes. So if you want to, you can have all of your slideshow in the same kind of design, but you can also mix it up in the different chapters or just from picture to picture to give it a different kind of look. And the interesting thing about the text boxes is that I made them as wide as the canvas, which is 16:9, by the way. So you can pull it out if you have more text, it's no problem. You can pull it out to the full width of it, or even use it in the full width as kind of a text bar in your image. And of course you can move the text around. And the cool thing is that most of these designs, they come in a dark and in a light version. And if you want to get to the light version, what you're doing is you open up the element. So let's copy this over to the other picture so we have a cleaner, because there's so much layers here. Let's Control C to copy it, go to the picture, Control V to put it in here. I will delete the other layers that we have so far. And you can see here, because it's so dark, you can't really see the box, so maybe you want to have a lighter design. So the way you do that is you open up the layers, and then you also open up this background layer. You can see here it says background white, background dark. So you click on the box to show the white background and click on the other to hide the dark background. Now the text is invisible, so we go up to the text layer, we hide the bright text and show the dark text. And now we have, again, with a nice soft gray, we have our dark text in here to show it on the white background. And again, of course, you can just move this element around wherever you want it to be in your design. And another thing you can do this also very easy is if you want to have this design element on the other side of the bar, because you want it to come from the left or from the right side towards the left side, select the layer with everything, and then you go up here to arrange and flip horizontally. You flip it once, and now you see that the text is in the wrong direction. So you select just the text layer this time, go again to arrange and flip horizontally. And now I can see the text layer is again in the right direction. So you can just move this over here. And now if you want to, you have a text bar that's coming from the right side into the picture. So you have this kind of choice. Yeah, so it's very easy to use that. And again, like I said, you can adapt the design because everything in here is in vector. So of course, for example, you could go in here. It says shape cutter, so it cuts the shape to the size of my banner. And I can just use this group here and, for example, move it around or rotate it or resize it to give it my own design. So if you want to, there you have another design that's just your individual kind of thing, kind of style. So very easy to use that. And also, if you have this group, you can, of course, change the gradient because, like I said, it's a vector design. So you can go in here and just select other colors. So let's do this real quick. Let's go to HSL and say on one side we want to have it in the blue, and on the other side we maybe want to have it what do we want to have? Well, let's I don't know, let's set this to a dark red like this, and then I will move the design a little bit up, and now we have it like this. So you can see, super easy to adapt and use. And like I said, there's a free version that you can use to download to test it out, and there's different other premium versions, a small one, a medium one, and the pro version, which, like I said, has over 1,600 variations, which come together by We have 10 geomarker designs, we have 20 text bar designs, we have 20 text box designs, and we have 15 cover designs. And all of those come in 20 different gradient variations. And this, if you add this together and multiply, comes down to over 1,600 variations of elements that you can just copy paste into your slideshow, use it, and have a really stylish, cool look within seconds. Super easy to use. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video, and I really hope you enjoy your free version. Write me if you like it or what kind of content pack you would like to see next. Have a nice day. Bye.